We are going to get out of the business of making generic vehicles. And in the day of new electric architectures, people still love them.
Behind me is the baddest looking electric truck that you've ever seen in your life. This is the Ford F-150 Switchgear. That is unlike any off-road electric truck you've ever seen. But this is cool. I just had to come out here and get a shot at the racetrack. So today we're going to take a look at this thing, and Ford is also going to show us a bunch of other things with what their plans are for racing in 2024. This is a custom built by RTR Ford F-150 Lightning, and it's a demonstration vehicle. Electric cars, I feel like, get a bad rap. They really do, especially from people that like gas cars. Look, I think there's a world that exists where there's good gas cars and good electric cars. Ford partnered up with, look at that.
Hey, you ready? Let's go, baby.
Dude, that's sick. Tell me what RTR is.
So RTR is my company, RTR Vehicles. We build turnkey vehicles, injection molded, we do suspension, we do body parts, and we're partners with Ford. So we only focus on Ford vehicles. And in this truck, it's been a project that's been in the works for 2 years under wraps. It's still very new. We had about 50 to 75 test miles before today. The dynamics are so unbelievable. The battery's in the middle of the vehicle. It's super low. The way the truck rotates, it's more like a race car on the dirt. This is a very unique dynamic. The instant torque, the controllability of the electric motors. It's all got my brain just spinning of like, what can we do? I'm pumped to get you guys in it. Let's get to it. Let's have some fun.
All right, here we go. Me and Sam are about to go inside of the best off-roading electric truck in the history of trucks. I would say it is. It probably is. But what makes it even better is we're about to go with a professional drifting driver. What do you call it?
That's good enough.
He's a professional racer that is one of the best in the world at drifting, and we're going to be drifting on mud, on rocks, in this thing. So the difference between like a gas car and electric car is, you look great in that helmet, Sam. I'm sure I look just as good.
It's probably the same.
I got a big head. This is it. Professional drifter. The owner of RTR is taking us on a ride in the best off-road electric truck known to man. Oh, baby. Look at that. It is so crazy. You don't hear it. You don't hear the motor.
You just hear the nature that we're tossing up in our wheel wells.
So this is an actual like racetrack.
This is an off-road course. I'm going to warn you, it's very sloppy. So the speed we're going is like half of what this was designed for this truck.
Okay, so tell me this.
Yep.
I would think that you would fit in this category of people that typically, when EVs come out, you're like, I don't want an EV ever. I am an off-road guy. I love racing. I love drifting. Have you been more convinced with some of the modifications you've been able to do?
So first thing is, I was that guy, and then we built the Mach-E 1400 with Ford Performance, and it blew my mind.
Yeah.
Changed my life with what I thought.
Oh, baby.
What I thought. And it just changed my whole perspective. So yes, I am that guy, but I have such a new perspective. This is the first electric vehicle that I'm aware of with this type of capability. This is very Raptor-esque capability, desert, jumps, and it's so cool because the low center of gravity, the truck just rotates in such a different way. Let's step up here.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of people out there that feel like it has to be one or the other. Gas or electric. We hate electric or we hate gas, but guess what? Both can be amazing if you do it right.
Totally.
Oh my God. Okay, that's professional right there. Don't try this at home, everybody. That's true. Oh, baby. Okay, that was a good one. Dude, you killed it. Thank you for that experience.
You're welcome, brother.
Once in a lifetime.
You're very welcome.
What a
My
truck.
pleasure.
This is one of those days where I get to do some cool stuff that I definitely don't deserve, but I'm incredibly grateful for it. Is it okay to do Chris Farley references? Fat guy in a little coat. Or is that not appropriate? Because, I don't know if you knew it, but Jim Farley, the CEO of Ford, is cousins with Chris Farley, the famous comedian. One of my favorite childhood comedians. Oh, Oh, that's nice. I'm ready. All right, let's go race. I'm gonna be riding inside of an electric race van. That's right, it's like a minivan, but it's a racing thing. And Jim Farley, the CEO of Ford, is going to be my professional driver. I know he can manage and run a company really well. I'm not quite sure how his driving skills are, but we're about to find out. I'm gonna tell him just to gut it, or just go. Push it as hard as you can. Do your worst.
Woo. Hey, thanks for coming.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. Where do you live?
I live in Utah, southern Utah, St. George.
Oh, great. What a beautiful place. Ken Block territory.
That's true. Yeah.
Boy, do I miss Ken Block.
Yeah, so you're driving this thing.
Yes, I am.
You're the professional driver. I feel like you've been warming up, you've been getting faster and faster.
Yeah.
So now, I feel like you can push it as much as you want. Here we go. That's what we're talking about.
Yeah, same.
Yes! Oh, man! Wow!
We want to make the road car better than the race car, if that's possible. And that's our ambition. Think of Ford as the dominant brand for all forms of off-road racing. If something's racing or someone wants to have fun off-road, this is where we will put our resources, because that's our industry, perfecting these machines. We actually want to sell street race cars. We are going to get out of the business of making generic vehicles, and we are going to lean into Broncos and Mustangs and work vehicles and derivatives like GTD that people love. That's my vision. If there's one thing I want to do for Ford, is to change our product strategy so that every one of our products, people really can't imagine life without.
Yes!
Good acceleration, huh?
That's one of the cooler things I've ever done.
Isn't that cool?
That was amazing. Good driving. I'm impressed.
That's what I do for fun. Well, thanks so much for coming.
Thanks so much, Jim.
I hope you have a great day today.
Thank you.
Enjoy yourself.
Jim Farley can drive. Look, I'm gonna say it again. I don't know how I get the opportunity to do such cool things. Last week, I was riding in Las Vegas Boulevard with will.i.am. Unbelievable, like a guy that I've listened to forever. And then the next week, I'm driving with Jim Farley on these racetracks at the Charlotte Motor Spedway. I don't deserve all these things that I get to do, but I appreciate it. And a lot of it is because of you guys that watch these videos, that hit the like button on these videos and support our channel and enjoy my weird sense of humor. So I appreciate you guys. And I hope that you get to feel my excitement through this. And I'm grateful that Sam gets to be here today because he is truly a race car kind of guy. And I'm excited to see his face when he comes out of this. I think he's gonna be blown away with how the minivan drives. Super van. All right, Sam, you are about to ride inside of this minivan.
This van, I'm stoked. I own a van, reluctant to say that, but this van's gonna be legit. I've heard everybody says it's really fast. Got car seats in there for my kids.
That's so fast.
That's good acceleration. Nice corner. That's good acceleration. That's so great.
You survive?
Oh, that was awesome. Jim can drive.
Like, yeah, he can drive, right?
Dude, that was not a minivan.
No.
Race car.
No, that's a super van. All right, we are pulling up to the night party and wow, it looks awesome. Look at all this stuff set up over here. Got a bunch of stuff outside. It's gonna be like 1,200 people here tonight. We have VIP access. That's what this blue bracelet means. So we go on this side right here. Thank you. Oh, that's sweet. My goodness. I want this truck. Look at that. That is sweet. Ford is doing it right. They are re-entering racing hardcore, I'm cheering for him. I can't help but be a Ford fan after I come here today. So good luck, Ford.